Imagine building an empire, only to realize you became a stranger in your own home. This is the story of a man who had everything money could buy, but lost what money can never replace. In the bustling streets of Lagos, there lived a man named Chindu Okoro, at 34 years old. Chindu was already a rising star. From a small boy selling pure water on the streets of Oshodi, he built a thriving logistics company. By 40, he owned a fleet of trucks, warehouses in Apapa and Ikaya, and contracts with big multinationals. People called him the Iron Man of trade. He woke up at 4:30 a.m. and returned home after 11 p.m. when he came home at all. His wife, Adora, used to wait for him with warm food. But as the years passed, the food grew cold, and so did their marriage. One night, his 6-year-old son, Kenechukwu, ran to him with a drawing. "Daddy, look, this is you, me, and Mummy at the beach." Chinidu barely glanced at it. "Very nice, Jim. Daddy has a big meeting tomorrow. I'll look at it properly later." He never did. As the business grew, so did the excuses. School events? I'm closing a major deal. Family holidays? Next year, I promise. Anniversary dinners? Baby, you know how this business is. When we blow, we'll enjoy it together. Adara stopped asking. She simply smiled sadly and carried on raising their 2 children almost alone. By age 48, Chinadu was a very wealthy man. He lived in a beautiful duplex in Lekki Phase 1. He drove the latest Range Rover. He flew business class. His name opened doors in Abuja and Dubai. But something was missing. His daughter Amara was now 19 and studying in the UK. She rarely called. When she did, the conversations were short and polite. His son Keen was 17, quiet, always on his phone, and barely looked his father in the eyes. One evening, Chinadu came home early for the first time in months. The house was quiet, too quiet. Adara was sitting alone in the living room staring at old photo albums. "Maybe what's wrong?" he asked. She looked up at him with tired eyes and said words that shook him. "Chinadu, our children don't know you, and I'm not even sure I know you anymore." That night, for the first time in years, Chinadu couldn't sleep. He opened the albums and saw the truth. 2 years later, tragedy struck. Chinadu suffered a mild stroke. The doctors warned him if you don't slow down, the next one might be fatal. For the first time, he was forced to stop. Lying in that hospital bed, he made a decision. He began handing over parts of his company to trusted partners. He reduced his workload drastically. He started spending time at home. But time, he soon discovered, does not give refunds. His daughter Amara had grown into a strong, independent woman who had learned to live without her father's presence. His son had become reserved and distant. Rebuilding trust was harder than building any empire. One afternoon, Chinadu sat with his son on the balcony. "Keen, I know I failed you," he said, voice breaking. "I thought I was building a future for you, but I missed your present."
Mistakes,
The young man looked at his father,
right.
tears in his
Let's
eyes.
start fresh.
"I just wanted you, Dad. Not the money, not the cars, just you." Years passed. Chinadu never became poor, but he was no longer obsessed with growing richer. He traveled with Adora. He attended every family function. He mentored young entrepreneurs, but always ended his talks with the same powerful message. Listen carefully, my brothers and sisters. You can build wealth. You can buy houses, cars, and land. But there is one thing no amount of money can ever buy back: the years you spent earning it, the birthdays you missed, the nights your children waited for you, the moments your spouse needed you but got your absence instead. Those years are gone forever, never to be refunded.